Oh, okay.
live.
Bam. Bam. You good, Philip?
Yep, but you just might want to cut out all that background noise.
Yeah, all like the chips pouring. Literally right next to where I'm doing this at. You're trying to be quiet with a bag of chips.
It's like on cue. We're live.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll
Uh-oh.
just have to cut out this entire first 10 minutes of this. Who's saying no?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. All right. Fuck. My least favorite part about the show is how to start it.
I like the way that some of the others, they just get into it. Like, I thought we were already doing it. I thought we were good to go.
Oh no. Since you hadn't met Philip before, I figured I'd give it a minute. But this is kind of how it goes. We just hit record, and then at some point I decide to do it. I'll record the intro later.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Is the microwave
Obviously
on?
sounds super out of place.
Is
Yes, the
microwave on?
microwave is on.
Okay, we can hear that too.
Dude, so the first time we recorded this, Deborah sat in the living room underneath a blanket and didn't say anything. There was no noise at all. There was nothing. And then I was like, you can put the TV on, you just don't put it too loud. Ever since then, it's been all downhill from there.
I'm sorry.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know what,
everybody did, I'm sure.
When I move back, we'll have a dedicated room in my house, okay?
Oh, I know.
How about that?
It's going to be nice. You can be like, yeah, no, sorry, babe. We got to record for 4 hours tonight. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Aaron.
Joseph. Broseph.
Philip.
Today we have a special guest. It's Joseph Silvis, a.k.a. Broseph Yo.
Hello.
He was an artist here in San Antonio. He was a vendor at Alamo City Comic Con. Joseph, where can everybody see your work?
Broseph.com. Broseph. Yeah, that's how you spell it. yo.com.
There we go.
Instagram handles the same thing.
Twitter, Facebook, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, well, no, I don't use Facebook. Facebook's for old people.
What?
You're calling us old.
I like having everything just linked to Facebook. So when I post in one place, everything just goes to Facebook. Because there's still a lot of interaction on Facebook, I feel.
Yeah, there is, but it's slowly dying. I'm trying to help it die.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, what's gonna come after Facebook though?
Have you heard of Ello?
Yeah. I saw you post about it. I downloaded it.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot you said you followed me. I think I saw that too. Well, confession, I haven't been posting in the past couple weeks, but it's really cool. I like it a lot. I think it's going to be the new thing if more people get on board, but it's got a slow start because I'm on Tumblr too, and people are complaining that they hate Tumblr now. And there's so many people that want to leave Tumblr, but they don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, I don't care for Tumblr. I can't get into all of that, but I like having Tumblr. I had I had the Face of Fame shop still in full effect. It was all hosted through Tumblr. It's so easy to custom everything from there. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. So I didn't. Hold on.
I had a Yahoo GeoCities page.
I don't think I ever knew about that.
Oh yeah, they stopped supporting it 5 or 6 years ago or something. And I got an email that said, "Oh, come save all your stuff before we delete it forever."
I'm
so sad.
You can let that stuff go. I don't know, man. Ello's kind of hard to use. It's cool for I guess for a creative standpoint to share work, but it's not very interactive. I feel.
Yeah, for sure. It's slowly getting better because they added a couple features that you needed liking things, saving things for later, stuff like that. So it's slowly getting better. They're all doing it with no money backing them. So
it's Paul Boost app, I thought. Kid
it's
Robot.
Yeah, he's a co-founder with like 2 or 3 other people from around the country, and they all just work on it. So it's all them. They don't have any advertisers backing them. They never will. That's what I like about it.
Doesn't Paul got Kid Robot money still in the bank though? I mean, he cashed out at the perfect time.
Yeah, he probably does. He also has abundant spikes. But I don't know.
I don't know either. As you know, Joseph, I was a huge collector of Kid Robot from back in the day. You've picked up some pieces from me in the past, and I don't know, man. I got real deep down that rabbit hole, and now Kozik owns it, and I love Kozik, but I appreciate what he's doing with the brand, but I think it's just already dead.
I think so too. Yeah, there's a lot other things popping off that are better.
Yeah.
But I stopped buying stuff too. But I bought they had the Simpsons and they had the special edition mariachis, and so I had Lisa, and I was trying to do this for Comic-Con. I bought all the other family members, Marge, Maggie, Homer, and Bart, and they're all dressed as mariachis, and I was trying to set them up in front of like the Alamo or the Riverwalk, and take a photo of them, and then set them as prints.
How'd that work out? I don't remember seeing those prints there.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. Well, I guess it would take a lot of time for somebody else to try and copy that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's coming soon, hopefully.
Wow. That's a clever idea, though.
Thanks.
I saw that. I almost went down the hole at Comic-Con. I saw they had it's the DC stuff, but the Kid Robot figures, and they're kind of cartoony and kind of look like dunnies still. And I almost pulled the trigger, man. I almost bought one, and I was just like, man, if I buy one, I'm gonna like. They're all really good characters too.
Yeah.
Like all the characters, my wife was like, I don't know who any of those people are. I was like, those are the people that you want to get. If I get someone that you don't know who it is, that means I got a more rare one. Like they had a Swamp Thing and a Dead Man. And I was like, oh, that'd be awesome to have a little Swamp Man figure. And I was like, I know if I buy one, it's just gonna open up that can of worms again. I mean, and I got the boxes sitting in the garage, and I just can't do it again.
I might have to take some of those off your hands and photograph some more then.
Hey, man. Hey, if you want to borrow some and photograph them, or if you want to pick some up, whatever, man. Just let me know. I'll pull out the box one day, and I'll just take a picture of everything.
Yeah, good idea.
Just look through it.
Sweet.
So, I wasn't going to go to Comic-Con, but by a series of events, ended up my wife and I got to go on Friday evening. We got to attend Alamo City Comic-Con, where Joseph was a vendor. So, who wants to go first? You want me to go first, or do you want to go first, Joseph?
Yeah, let's see, because I got a lot of time. I was there all 3 days.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Let's see how you experienced it.
So I went the first year on a Sunday, and then this is the third year on the Friday. So I haven't done the Saturday on either, on any of the times. And I know that's the craziest day, which is half the reason we didn't do that day. I mean, I'm going to see the same stuff for the most part, and we already had plans, so it was like, lucky to even go on Friday at all. So, with that being said, there was a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of great vendors, great celebrity guests. Deborah got to meet her Sons of Anarchy people that she was head over heels for. She lost her stuff for it. You should see how giddy she is behind the computer screen right now just talking about it. But she loved it. She loved that aspect. We had done that before, but no, we're not with a celebrity as big as those guys. We did it with the Power Rangers before. And no Power Rangers at this show. I was pretty surprised.
Yeah,
but
me too.
There was some pretty cool things. There was just one booth, man, and they don't have an Instagram, and I think their website is the pkn-accc, and it was it just looked very vintage aviator stuff. I posted it on my Instagram and on the Pocket Knife news page, and I really liked their stuff. I mean, but outside of that, it kind of felt like a lot of stuff that I had seen before, just on in a bigger venue, I guess. I'd seen a lot of those artists at Texas Comic-Con. I mean, dude, I know you not from Comic-Con, from little art shows that I used to do, and where, I mean, you're setting up at Comic-Con now. That's still blows my mind. I'm still kind of freaked out about that. I don't understand it, but you can shed some light on that. But it was really good. They had a lot of cool stuff. We did the panel with Chad Harden, the Harley Quinn artist.
Mm-hmm.
It was not as exciting as I had hoped it had been, actually. I was pretty bummed. And, Deborah and I were in there, and it was a 50-minute panel. We were in there for almost half of it. No moderator, which is not a big deal. And the guy could talk, and he was entertaining, but I can talk and be entertaining as well. It doesn't mean anybody wants to hear me speak. Like, I went in there to hear about Harley Quinn, and it was kind of a lot of generic stuff that it's a lot of common sense. Well, why'd you start writing Harley? Well, because when they launched New 52, they asked me. Obviously, it's only 14 issues in. It's, I mean, it's not like he, petitioned for the job or anything. Like, he had some cool stories about his family, but outside of that, it wasn't anything unique. I was hoping to gain some insight as to where the character was going and what was going to happen with it. And the guy was super nice. What he does with Harley Quinn is just fine, but overall it wasn't what I was hoping it'd be,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, outside of that, we went on Friday evening. It felt like a lot of people were tired by then. I tried to talk to a bunch of vendors. Some of them were super cool, wanted to talk. We would talk the whole time. And then others were just like, okay, cool, yeah. I was like, dude, fucking sell me your product at least. So, overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it about a 7.
Okay.
7. It was fun. Lot to look at. Lot to spend money on.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Some of my frequent flyers, like the people that we bought those Power Ranger toys from, I had talked to them at Texas Comic-Con. Toy Dojo is who those guys are. Super nice every time I've talked to them. And very willing. They when we were there on Friday, he was like, "Oh, I can look through the boxes and see if we have any other colors." Super nice guys. That's how I wanted every vendor experience to be.
Yeah.
So, and it was weird, dude. So I talked to some vendors, and they're obviously most of the time it's one guy is the creator, and then they have people helping them out.
Yep, that's what I had.
It blows my mind when you have the people helping out, selling your brand. And, like those 19XX people, the dude I talked to was the coolest guy ever. I was totally on board. I was like, dude, I'd love to talk to you some more. You could come on the podcast. I'd love to hear the whole story. And he's like, oh, I'm actually not the creator. This guy is. And then I talked to the other dude, and the other guy's just like, that's the guy who's, oh, yeah. Oh. I'm like, dude, I just had like this half-hour conversation with the other dude. He's the reason I came back to your booth to buy some more stuff because he sold me on the brand, and then, I don't know. I hope he's your hype man all the time, is all I have to say about that. Lucky I really liked the artwork. It was great stuff, and I highly recommend everybody to watch it, but his hype man was a better salesperson than he was. And I got that vibe from a lot of people.
I feel like that's how artists are in general. Like, it takes someone special to be a salesperson. I know I'm not. I'll usually just let the work sell itself. And it usually does, but I'm trying to find people to sell the work for me because I don't like doing it. I mean, I'll be passionate about it if you ask me about some stuff, yeah, and I'll get super into it. But I'm not going to try to sell you like this. I'm not going to bring down the price.
No, and that's fine. But if that dude had gotten passionate about it, though, it's like, oh yeah, this is where I draw inspiration from. This is what I do. This is where I'm from. I grew up in this kind of thing. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking the dude to sell me something, but I was already sold on the product. Tell me more about it. And when you can't get excited to tell me more about it, there's something lacking there.
Yeah, and one example specifically I remember was this guy. So some older gentleman came up. He was wearing a nice suit. Like, he wasn't really there for Comic-Con. He was there for something else. He had some special badge on, and I guess he was just checking it out. And I didn't know who he was, and then. He was looking at the stickers and stuff, and I was like, yeah, so I do a lot of cute, fun stuff, but I'm also I also have these 2 stickers here for ones that he had picked out already, the one that says, you might die today, and then another one that says, please don't give up on society. And I was trying to explain, like, I'm trying to spread positivity on these 2 different mediums, which is trying to think of social thinking on a higher level, and then the fun and cute stuff that still makes you fun and good inside. And then he's like, oh, that's great, man. That's really cool. Let me take these two, and then whenever you get more like this, the social conscious ones, email me. And he gave me his business card, and it turns out this guy is Roberto something, and he's the city councilman for District 1.
See?
For downtown.
Look at that, man. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. But the fact that you got passionate about it and came up to it and was like, hey, the dude was already sold on the product, which is exactly what you just said. I let the product speak for itself. But if you get passionate about what you're selling, what your product is, then you make those connections like that. And I was trying to make those connections with people that I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome, This shit looks awesome. Tell me more about it. And when those people fail to make those connections, it's kind of a bummer, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer. So you made that awesome connection. So now let's hear your side of this Comic-Con. So I got a couple questions first to get everybody perspective here. So is this your first year at Comic-Con?
I did not set up ever at a Comic-Con. I was at the same one that you went to 2 years ago. I went to Comic-Con on Friday because I got free tickets also. So I went to check it out. It was super fun. It was just last year I didn't go because I had too much. I was a junior in high school or in college. Why say?
I was a high school. You better Incarnate Word as long as I know. Or not Incarnate. Yeah, Incarnate Word. Where'd you go?
I was a junior in college and I was doing so many projects I didn't get a chance to go.
Yeah, hey, I feel you, brother.
So this year I graduated and I saw the ad on Instagram or whatever, and I was like, it's only $300. You know what? No. So what happened was it was $600, and I was like, man, I can't pay $600 for 3 days. Let me find somebody else to split the table with me. So I found somebody, and she was on board. This is Hello Reg on Instagram. She's a really badass artist in San Antonio. And then, okay, let's do it. We're good to go. And then I checked a different part, and the table was only $300. So I didn't even wait for anything. I just bought it that night, and I was like, okay, well, I'm doing this. Let's do it.
So was that like a vendor booth versus an artist booth? Is that what it came down to?
Yeah, I guess that's what it was, because they had booths, like an 8x8 space for the 600. I think that's what the 600 was. But the one that I had was an 8-foot table. You had like maybe 2 feet of space behind you, and that's about it, which was still plenty for what I had. So it was a little I was a little nervous buying it, but afterwards I'm glad I did. I would have regretted not doing it. And next year I wanted to get one of those 8x8 spaces and have more stuff up.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask next. So we don't have to get into numbers or anything like that, but obviously the $300 for the booth, was covered.
Yes.
Because going on to that, if you go to your website, majority of your stuff is stickers.
Yeah, they're $1.
It's kind of hard to turn a profit on stickers.
You would think so, and so I would come back home, tell my parents, hey, I made X amount. And they're like, what the hell? How did you make that much money off of just $1 and $2 stickers? I had some shirts there. I had some prints that are $10 and some shirts that are $20 or $25. But then I was also surprised that I was able to make more back from just those stickers. But then again, I have a buttload of stickers.
Yeah, you have a very wide variety. There's no doubt about that. And a lot of it is, pretty much all of them are Texas themed.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
A lot of Spurs, a lot of San Antonio specific, which of course, for people who are not in San Antonio, you have people come who are, what's the word I'm looking for? Who gravitate towards that kind of stuff because it's like a souvenir,
That's true.
Oh, it was in San Antonio, and I didn't get some generic-ass T-shirt. I got, this cool sticker. I got a sticker from your table myself that I love the statue. I forget what the statue's called, but that statue that's in there.
Torch of Friendship.
The Torch of Friendship, and your sticker of it looks fantastic. It looked really good. A great digital representation of it, and I loved it. And I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm going to get it.
Thank you.
Enough to give me one. I loved it. And so you had just the 2 shirts, right? The avocado and the coyote.
I actually got a few more printed. I have a printer now that prints all colors, pretty much a digital printer on the T-shirt.
Nice.
So I can get them. I can even get just one T-shirt at a time. We've got a couple characters printed on a T-shirt. See how it would do, and I sold a few of them. I didn't print my most popular character, which is a unicorn that looks all crazy, and her name is Mallory, and I say her background is that she's always drunk, and that's what people love.
She's your most favorite. She's your most popular character.
Yeah, I think it might be because she's a unicorn, and that's what people like.
Fair enough.
Already know, and she looks really crazy.
Yeah, she looks nuts. I know exactly which figure you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I never would have guessed. If I had to guess, your most popular piece would be the Coyote Popsicle.
Oh well, Coach Pop is the most popular out of everything.
Oh, okay.
That one was the one that blew up.
That's
but
right.
out of the characters, it's the unicorn, and then there's probably like two other ones that are really popular as characters.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love
just as you said that, I just picked up more stickers because I sold out of these and the Coach Papa and the Oh My Glob. So I'll get more for Something Good Fest this Saturday.
Nice. Very good. All right, so we digress though. So
yeah,
you have a limited booth. I mean, a limited amount of merchandise for your booth, but stickers. You think the $1 price point, $2 price point, made people just be like, yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I buy this? Of course I'm gonna get one.
Exactly, and that's what I like having at all the events that I do. I try to have a wide range of prices. Like I even have buttons for 50 cents. So I have 50-cent buttons, $1 stickers, $2 stickers, sometimes $3 stickers. And then I'll go up to paintings for $40, $50 and higher, T-shirts, and everything in between. So there's something for whoever's spending as much as they want or as little as they want.
Very smart. Smart. All right, so that most likely was a huge factor in your success. Now, overall, you've done a lot of art shows. You know, especially smaller venues. I guess like the comparison of like a mom and pop art show. I mean, you and I have done tons of those. It's insane.
Yeah.
You set up at First Friday every Friday. How did the reaction compare? Were people at Alamo City, was it a lot of new people coming in, a lot of people that you knew coming to the table, new people? Better, worse? What do you think, reaction-wise?
So I was also nervous about that. Like there was this, like when I first went into there on Wednesday or Thursday night, I was like, holy shit, this place is huge. Look at all these other vendors. How am I going to sell anything? There's another factor that added into how I was so successful, because my table was up against a wall. Well, I was facing a wall that everybody went past because they had to go by me to get to the celebrities. I mean, they could go through the other artists behind me, but for the most part, nobody really did that.
I was going to ask you about that too, because I saw that and was talking to Deborah about it, and I was like, I wonder if that sucks being on the outside because people just took that middle road. But I guess, if you've been there already, you're going to take that side road, because the one side, it's the hallway. The one side is literally just the wall, and then you guys were all on the other side. It seemed like only half the people who were on that line with you were even there on Friday. I don't know if that stayed true for the whole weekend.
No, I'm not sure. But so that was also a good point. But so Friday I hit my mark for how much I needed to make per day, and I was super happy about that.
Nice.
But for the overall weekend, there were some people that had seen me. They had come up and said, "Oh, are you local? Do you set up at First Friday?" I'm like, "Yeah, I set up there all the time. Second Saturday too." And so there were some people that had seen some of my work. There was also some people that had said, "Oh yeah, I bought some stuff online." Like the Coach Papa one, that was the biggest seller online. Whenever I had my Case at 12 interview, that was the one that sold out real quick. And so I had a lot of orders for that sent out. And then, yes, I had seen a lot of people that I knew before, and then there's way more people that are new customers.
Good.
Yeah, so I was surprised.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I was surprised that I was able to do so well in this area where most of the people that go to Comic-Con are looking for the bigger name stuff. Like they're not really interested in the artists that are there. Those I think those are mostly the hardcore Comic-Con people that are trying to look for that are smarter, and they try to look for these things that are one of a kind that they can't really get anywhere else.
Okay. So you think that's the majority? I don't know if I think I don't know, man.
I think
a lot of people want to look at that stuff. I mean, but that's out of the price range. After you've spent, I mean, you get a couple to go. Me and my wife go. It costs us $70 to get in the door. If I'm already $70 in the hole, it's tough for me to go and spend on these big things. And I know people save up for it, and there is that market is there. I wonder what the percentage is. How many people are there for that big ticket item or for the experience?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is tough, and that's what I was thinking ahead of time. I was like, so what is my audience going to be? Is it going to be these people that are going for like the Batman, the Superman, the big comic book people, or is it going to be the people that are looking for other new things that are independent?
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously it's going to be the independent people.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm still on that question though. I'm thinking about it now. Mm-hmm. In the age of the internet, you can get anything, anytime you want, really. So those big ticket items are cool. I mean, like those Power Ranger figures that we got, you know, those small little Mego pieces from Japan. Those are tougher. Those were tough to get. I mean, but they weren't a big ticket item. They were $5, which was insane. Mm-hmm. You can get literally any of those collectibles that you want at any time.
For sure.
There's the experience of the hunt and finding it, holding it in person, of course. But what you can't get at any time is all these artists. And you know what? That's an important note to make too. You don't have anything superhero related at your table.
No, I was trying. I had so many more plans to make so much other stuff, but I just time ran out.
Yeah.
I have. Hopefully, I still be able to get these other 2 paintings out that I wanted to do, but I just ran out of time. I didn't even have any of my Spurs paintings. That was also a surprise. That was
all those like graffiti ones you do.
Mm-hmm. All the spray paint ones. I didn't have any of those. I had 2 Fridas put out on the last 2 days, and they didn't sell until Sunday, which I was surprised about that too. But
you're surprised that they sold on Sunday or that they sold it all?
That they sold it all. I didn't really expect them to sell. I just brought them because just to see. But I also noticed pretty much what you're saying. A lot of those bigger vendors, they have things that you can find online anywhere else. You can just go and find those pop toys, T-shirts. You can find those anywhere.
Yeah.
And so I was a little not threatened, but a little bit like.
There's an intimidation factor.
Yeah, intimidation. Yeah.
Small fish in a big pond.
Huge setup, and they have all this stuff. I'm like, how am I going to make as much money as they do? But it's having different stuff, original stuff that nobody else has. A lot of people like my characters, which I love that they do. So yeah, it's great.
All right, that's good, man. I'm super happy that you.
Thank you.
Were able to make this event successful for you as an artist and as a guy with a wallet. So, that being said, you went to Texas Comic-Con the first year, or the Alamo City Comic-Con, I'm sorry. Have you ever been to Texas Comic-Con? It's the other local show that we have here.
Yeah, I think I went the same year. I think it was 2 years ago also when I went for the first time. It was still really small. They had some cool people, some cool celebrities, but that was my first ever Comic-Con experience. Okay. So it was cool when I went, but after I went to Alamo City Comic-Con, it didn't compare. It was just like, yeah, it didn't compare, and then I kind of don't want to be involved with it because they have such a horrible branding. Like the
oh my god, it's so horrible.
And I'm like, I don't even want to touch that.
You can't. As an artist, I can understand that, but yeah. Hey man, I was there not as an artist anymore. Yeah. So I can justify it. I will say, I love those guys. Those guys hooked me up. They gave me the media passes.
Yeah.
The vibe that I got at Texas Comic-Con, with it being a smaller con, my wife said the same thing. She actually said it to me first. She was like, I could talk to anybody at that con. It was kind of hard to make a connection with people. Granted, we went all 3 days, Saturday and Sunday to Texas, and we only went Friday for Alamo City. So I think that Friday may have been a factor in it again, but it was a totally different vibe, more approachable vibe with it being a smaller con.
Yeah, I can see that. I'll see if I'll think about it next year. See if they will get their shit together and get.
Well, I don't know. That branding's pretty horrible, dude. When we did the artwork for the cover art in the podcast, I just was like, I can't even pull a solid image for this. I just was like, I recreated the image. I was like, I can't even pull. It's a 3-color, man. Why you don't have a high res of this 3-color logo anywhere? But that's neither here nor there. So did you get to experience the con at all? Did you walk around, meet any celebrities, look at the other artists?
I did a little bit. Friday, pretty much when I was setting up, I was looking around from where I was going from my car to bringing stuff in. I was looking around and seeing some stuff. But it wasn't until Sunday when I had to go on that mission for you with the Power Rangers that I got to look around more on the other side.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. I went to go look at the other booths, and I should have done that more so I could see like what the competition was and how it would be for next year, if I'm with/when I'll be over there next year.
Sure.
And walked around there. It was pretty cool stuff. A lot of stuff you can get online, like we were just talking about. And then I went to the celebrity area, and it was huge. They had a bunch of tables over there. Can't believe how many celebrities they have out here. But I was looking specifically for Jeremy Shada, who's the voice of Finn from Adventure Time. He was supposed to be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but I went Saturday, I think. Isn't that the day you no?
The day that you went out for me was on Saturday, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was supposed to be there Saturday, but I didn't see him, and so I was a little pissed. Because I was gonna give him a sticker. I was gonna like say, hey, I didn't need anything. I was just like, hey, I was gonna go by his table, and because he was like at the end of the corner, and I was gonna like throw him a sticker, like, hey, you can keep this. Come see me at booth B139 if you want to talk.
Sure. Sure. I mean, but a lot of your character design. I mean, you have that Oh My Glob design. Yeah. I mean, it's all derived from that show. It's totally understandable. You know why you'd want to meet him. Say, hey, what's up? It makes sense. I wonder, because the beauty of social media is I can go to Instagram and type in #ACCC and see everybody's photos from Alamo City. Mm-hmm. I don't see a lot of the people that were supposed to be there. Half the Sons of Anarchy people were supposed to be there all weekend. Only 2 of them were there on Friday. I mean, Manu Bennett was canceled on Sunday because Deathstroke wanted to show off his skills and get arrested. But like, I didn't see anybody I don't have anybody's pictures posted with Ron Perlman. I don't see anybody's pictures posted with Tommy Flanagan.
He was there. I saw him.
I didn't see. He was there when?
Right.
Ron Perlman wasn't there on Friday. I guarantee 100% that Ron Perlman was not there on Friday. It was only those 2. The 3.
Amelia was there.
I just said 3, didn't I? See? I got to cut this whole part out.
She should just be on the show.
I know. She should record her own podcast, and it'd be called The Background Podcast.
It could be called The Cracked iPhone.
Dude, it's the Spider-Man edition. It's got the web on.
Okay.
Got it. I don't care. I'm leaving it in. This is what I have to deal with. Anyways, I didn't see him. I didn't see. I saw the Ninja Turtle people.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
But I didn't see. No, I had heard some of the comic book men were there, but like not as much, man. I thought everybody was supposed to be there all weekend.
No, they had certain days. They had them all staggered. But when I went over there, they had lines for a couple people, a couple celebrities, and then I realized that's what all the screaming was. It was because they had curtains, and the celebrities would come out from behind the curtains and go sit down. So whenever they would do that, there would be a ton of people screaming, and I had heard that all weekend, and I was like, oh, that's what it is finally. Okay.
Gotcha. That makes sense then. Well, I mean, I hope everybody came out and everybody got to take pictures with them all. Dude, I don't know. I was talking to my wife about this. What celebrity needs to go to Comic-Con that you're gonna go up meet, pay for the autograph, and pay for the picture.
I mean, it would have been Jeremy Shada, but I just didn't. I waited till the last minute to actually go and buy a ticket, and I didn't even do it. But other than him, it's going to be a lot of the bigger cinema people. Like if it's Avengers, there's a few smaller people that I would go see, but it wasn't anybody really that was there this year.
So like I don't think Archon will be big enough for a long time to ever yield any of the big name cinema people. I mean, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Anthony Mackie's not coming down anytime soon. Is what
that's why I have to disagree with you, because this year was freaking huge. I think we're going to be up there in one of the biggest cons, if very soon. I think it's going to be very soon that we're going to be well known.
Dude, I hope you're right, because
there were people that traveled from California to come here. I was asking some customers, and I asked them like, "Hey, are you local? Because I'm going to have this product that I'm sold out with in a couple days, and I can come and see you, and I can give it to you." And they're like, "No, we live in here, over here, and over here." And I was like, "Dang, that's awesome that people are coming out of town for just our Comic-Con."
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize that we had that many people coming just to attend.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of vendors. The vendor, I've mentioned them several times now. I'll have to post their website on our Facebook or something. It's that 19XX people. They were from Southern California. He said too. I think San Diego, I believe. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a big trip. How do you even find out? I mean, we're only 3 years in, but we're pretty big too. I guess. So I had heard the projected attendance was 93,000 for the weekend. And I guess somebody was doing some math somewhere. I want to say it was in the Current. I had read this. San Diego Comic-Con didn't reach an attendance of 100,000 until their 8th year in, if I remember right. So in 3 years, what San Diego's done, and what took San Diego 10 years to do, and that's the premier, con. Yeah. So I definitely think it's getting bigger. I hope you're right, man. I hope you're right.
I can definitely see us being on a bigger level. I'm definitely gonna have to convince a lot of other local artists in San Antonio to set up next year, and even after like Friday night or Saturday night, I would go see. I went to Second Saturday afterwards, and I had a couple friends out there that I set up Comic-Con at Dorchel Distillery, and so I had some friends out there set up, and I was telling them like, hey, you need to be there next year. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Oh, for $300 for an artist booth, because that's not too bad actually.
Yeah, for those three days.
$100 a day. I mean, it's not too bad, especially if they're pulling in 100,000 people.
Yeah.
It's a solid deal. That just means your booth price going up next year, man.
Yeah. Well, so I met the guy who runs it all. His name's Apple. He was walking by my table on Sunday. And I was like, hey, man, because he'd like walked by on Friday, and he was like, hey, thanks for coming out and stuff. And I didn't know that's who it was. And then so I had stopped him on Sunday, and I was like, hey, thanks for having me out here. This was the best experience ever. Which I also need to talk about too, because it was such a great experience overall. But I was saying thank you. Like I'm gonna tell all my friends that I set up with at other spots to come set up next year. And then I show him the Second Saturday flyer, and he's going to come check it out. And so hopefully I can get this relationship going with him and see what we can do for local people next year.
Nice, man. That's solid work. Support those local artists, man. That's good on you. Good on you. All right. So people that you want to see at Alamo City next year, if you have to pick two.
I had mentioned like 4 on Instagram.
Okay, 2. Let's pick 2. Then that's your top 2. 2 in the realm of possibility. Next year, we're not Avenger status yet. Ben Affleck's not coming down in the Batman suit. That being said, in the realm of possibility, who's your 2? I think I have my 2. If you want me to go first, Philip.
I've got my 2 as well.
Okay, you want to go first, Philip?
Well, I wasn't expecting to go first, but sure. Well, with rumors of a Deadpool 2 coming out, I could see Ryan Reynolds coming down.
Okay. Ryan Reynolds.
And I'd like to see Hugh Jackman as well.
Hugh Jackman. I don't know, man. That's pushing it. Ryan Reynolds don't got much going on. We've had this conversation before. You know, he's not carrying any movies, that's for sure. Yeah. Hugh Jackman.
You know, I saw him in Van Wilder, and the funny part about it was on TV, and they didn't even mention Ryan Reynolds in that. They said Tara Reid in Van Wilder. I was like, damn.
Wow, that's rough.
Ryan Reynolds is only the main character.
She's barely a character. They could have gotten any girl to play that role.
I know.
Wow, man, that's terrible. All right, so you got Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds. I got my two. Kevin Conroy and Kevin Smith.
Oh, I would love that.
Oh man.
Kevin Conroy, dude, I'd pay just for him to record my voicemail in the Batman voice, or I'd have him just record. I'd just be like, can I just pay for 10 minutes of your time and just have him record things like, Aaron, what you're doing is perfect. Aaron, keep on keeping on. Batman approves of this decision. I don't know. I would have to find something.
Aaron, at least you still have parents.
Oh. Hey. That would be. Hey, if that's what he wants to record, that's fine with me, as long as it's in the Batman voice, dude. Dude, oh, man, I'd pretty much lose my shit if that was the case. That's it. That's definitely up there. And then, I mean, we already got the comic book men here. I think it'd be awesome if Kevin Smith came out. I know he just came out and did his one of his podcasts, Hollywood Babylon, at the Empire, I think. But I don't really listen to that show. I listen to a few of his other podcasts, but I like his work. I'd like to be able to talk to him for a few minutes, you know. And, I'd pay for his autograph and his picture.
Yeah.
I'd pay for Kevin Conroy's first, but sorry, Kev. Joseph, what do you got? Who's your top two?
So I actually don't have any specific people, but I have bigger movies that are coming out or things that are out right now where we could be able to maybe bring somebody from the new Daredevil from Netflix.
Dude, I think that's totally in the realm of possibility.
So sweet.
I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think any of those characters are in the realm of possibility. That's a good one.
For sure.
That's a good one. I'm going to have to change my answer then. I might have to kick one of my guys out.
You can't change your answer. You can't change your answer.
I like my answer. No, I stick with it. But if I have to give my next two, Stephen Amell might be on that list just because that dude's doing his thing.
Yeah. And there was a bunch of people dressed as Daredevil, like different Daredevils, like when he was a kid, when he was still throughout. I mean, most of the season where he's just wearing all black, and they were dressed up as him. I mean, that's a
some of those.
costume. And then I guess the second person would probably be from Suicide Squad.
I wouldn't even want to get my hopes up for that. I don't know why. I'm a huge Batman nerd. I think Ben Affleck's gonna kill it, but for some reason I'm just like itching to see and find out more about this damn Suicide Squad movie. Man, I love everything. I love the logo for it. I like the Joker. They're all. Will Smith, I'm skeptical on, but outside, it's looking great. I'd love to see someone from that. Who would you want to see from that? Not Will Smith. If you say Will Smith, we're going to cancel this.
No, right? I would rather see him come as Fresh Prince.
Fair enough. If Will Smith came with Jazzy Jeff.
It would be. That's all I would spend my money on.
Is Jazzy Jeff still alive?
Yeah, dude, he does everything with him. He goes on all the shows. So what was it? I think it was last year after one of the days at Alamo City, they had Vanilla Ice come and do the Turtles concert.
Yeah.
So, we get Will Smith do a day.
There we go.
And then him and Jazzy Jeff do a Fresh Prince concert after the show.
Done.
I take it back. Will Smith, you're welcome here anytime.
You say that, I don't.
Come on, man.
There was.
No, I heard he's a douche, man. I'm not interested.
Really? I've heard the exact opposite. There's some other podcasts I was listening to, and one of the other celebrities went out with Will Smith. They had seen him somewhere, and Will Smith had this huge crowd of fans coming towards him, and the guy was like, "Oh shit, we got to go do some autographs," and he was like trying to leave away from the fans, and Will Smith went to them and took pictures and autographs and was saying hi to all these immigrants. So I hear some good things about him.
Nah.
Maybe he was just in the mood that day.
Yeah.
Maybe. Everybody's got a bad day, man. I don't know. I'm indifferent about him. I'm just not excited about him taking the screen.
Yeah.
The whole entire movie. Because this movie looks fantastic. All right.
Maybe he dies right away.
Hey, that'd be I'm totally fine with that. You can even last halfway through the movie and then die. I'm cool with that too. You can even resurrect him and give him his own spin-off movie afterwards. Fine. Don't let him steal that whole show. I mean, what are you gonna do?
I don't think he will.
Somebody's gonna die. I mean, it's called the Suicide Squad.
Oh, dude, half that cast is gonna die. We've had this conversation. Half that cast is gonna die. I have no doubt about it. That's why they barely. That's why whoever's not a main name actor is definitely gonna die. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, no doubts. All right, so Joseph, what's your favorite things about the con?
There's gonna be a lot.
Right.
How smooth it was. Some of the times for setup were a little weird, but I was able to get all my stuff in. They did have plenty of times, I mean, obviously, to get set up and stuff. It was super easy to get in and out of the con. They had a special VIP entrance that there was never any lines. They didn't check anything. We walked in and walked out like super smooth, and I would see the other people, walking in with their ticket, and they had to go through this huge line, and they'd have to wait. And yeah, I was so happy that I didn't have to do that.
Nice.
So it was great having that pass. All the volunteers, the staff, even the staff for the convention center were all really nice and helpful.
So management. The con was well managed.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice.
The other vendors were all cool. They're all nice. They had done some cons before.
Oh, that's good. Sucks to have shitty neighbors, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was glad to have some good neighbors.
All right. What about people?
The people in general that came by, that were just walking by, they were all really cool. Seemed really nice and interested in stuff. And then the costumes was a big thing. There were a lot of really badass costumes.
All right, give us two of your favorites. Not your top two necessarily, just two of your faves.
There was a shitload of Harley Quinns there. There were
I've heard that.
There were so many, and they all looked pretty much exactly the same. There were some different versions here and there, one from the cartoon and one from the new movie, but there was so many. It's going to be crazy.
I can't tell if that's a pro or a con.
Movie. I don't know, but it seemed like a pretty easy costume, so why not?
Yeah. Hey,
the other one was my one chick that helped me set up. Clarissa, shout out to her. She was a badass sales lady. Her sister, I don't know if it was her sister or her sister's daughter. She dressed up as La Muerte from the Book of Life, and so that was the character with the huge red hat, and she had face paint on. She had the whole dress. She had this huge hat. It was like 4 pounds, and she was this tiny little girl, and the costume was spot on. She ended up winning second place in the costume contest on Sunday.
Nice.
And I didn't see who won first place, but she should have won first place. It was great.
That's a cool costume, and I didn't.
Oh no.
Did we lose him?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Great.
Okay, great.
Was it just me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope it's still recorded the whole time.
Hopefully.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool costume, though, man. I haven't seen anybody try to take that on. I mean, that movie's only out last year, I think, so that's a cool. Very cool.
Chick, she was a little bit older that did it, but she didn't have as big of a hat as she did. And there was more details on the little girl on her costume. That was my favorite one.
Cool, man. Cool. So you could do a couple from a vendor and a couple from an attendee perspective. Mm-hmm. Improvements to be made? Or you think it's pretty solid overall? Just keep on trucking.
Good. See, I can't think of any. I didn't even think about anything.
I guess that's a good problem to have, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good problem to have. Alamo City Comic Con was this past weekend. Overall scale of 1 to 10, mine was a 7. Joseph?
Mine's got to be a 9.
9, dang.
It's gonna be hard to top.
Next year I'm gonna have to commit and just go on the Saturday, I think.
Yeah, Saturday. So Saturday, I didn't even get to talk about Saturday. Saturday was insane. I knew it was gonna be insane, but there was so many people. Like, I couldn't even believe that San Antonio came out like that. There were people even in like the wait outside of the con where they had the food area. There were people all over the place sitting down, taking up all kinds of space. There were people interacting with other people that they didn't know that had like similar costumes or contrasting costumes. It was amazing on Saturday. That would be the day to go because you get to see everybody and everything.
Well, next year I'm just gonna have to commit and go on a Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be there.
Hell yeah.
You gonna be back by next year, Philip?
Yes.
Ooh.
Definitely.
Ooh. Ooh.
You got it here.
Dude, it rained 1 inch yesterday in LA and there were 97 accidents.
97. It rained today and I was 2 minutes late to work. I thought that was bad.
No, it took me an hour and a half to get to work, and I live 12 miles away.
That's insane.
Yesterday.
That just makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross. So I saw some interesting news, and that's what I want to close this podcast on. What would you think of a TV station? Hold on, I'm trying to find the article real quick so I can read exactly how it was said on there. A TV station, though, dedicated to 90s Nickelodeon television shows.
Yes.
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 For those who don't know, I knew that Joseph was a vendor at Alamo City. I knew he could give us some great insight. But Joseph has this fantastic sticker in his wide array of stickers that I bought when it was a nice little piece of paper sticker. I paid full price for it and ordered it off his website. And he was nice enough to hook us up with a cool, clean-cut, die-cut vinyl one. So it's the Nickelodeon Splat, the orange, and inside it says 90s Baby.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Thanks.
Nice.
Obviously, I feel like you can have some input into this discussion.
Oh,
Joseph.
Of course, man. That's what I grew up on, Nickelodeon.
Dude, what is Disney? I don't understand.
I mean, I can do some Even Stevens, but those shows don't make as much of an impact. I don't remember those shows as much as I remember Hey Arnold, Rocket Power, Cat Dog. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Rugrats.
Angelica was a bitch.
I've got a question for you guys, though.
Bring it.
Knowing that all those cartoons had all sorts of sexual innuendo,
Yes.
you think if you were to rewatch them now, you would catch all that stuff?
I pray to God I do.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't, I'd be disappointed in myself. I think it would all be 10 times as funny.
Yeah, that's the only reason I want to rewatch all that stuff, is to catch all the innuendos.
All right.
And
So
they have some on Nick at Night that come on super late, and sometimes I'll catch them, but then I'll catch the cartoons that I don't really care for. I mean, like Cat Dog was cool then, but I can't get into it now. I can still watch Hey Arnold, Rugrats, and a few others, but there's some I can't watch now.
Hey Arnold, man,
that's a classic.
Are they bringing back Ren and Stimpy again? Because I know the second time they brought it back, they made it like really adult, which kind of confirmed what everybody else was thinking already. But yeah.
So here's a moment of truth about my upbringing. I actually have probably only watched maybe 20 minutes of Ren and Stimpy my entire life. I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid, so I never grew up on it.
I wasn't allowed to watch that or Beavis and Butthead.
Oh yeah, I probably got even less time clocked in with Beavis and Butthead.
Nope.
But I can tell you the shows
that rebooted it, I was like, man, this show sucks.
The shows that I watched the most of.
dude, that show was rowdy to begin with. But the shows I liked the most I liked All Real Monsters.
True.
Yeah.
It still trips me out that guy holds his eyes the entire time. It blows my mind. It's hilarious. All Real Monsters, Rugrats, of course. Who didn't watch the freaking Rugrats? Yeah. Everybody loves that show. But Hey Arnold was fantastic as well. When they released it on Netflix, I watched every episode from start to finish. Such a good show.
It's probably one of the best cartoons, yeah.
Yep. But you know what show I liked the most? And I actually think it went to Disney later on in its life, was Doug.
Yeah, Doug was good.
Joseph,
I liked watching Angry Beavers as well, but...
Oh, they didn't get into it. Not as much as Doug, dude. I freaking loved Doug. He had his green friend, Skeeter, and then this other not friend who was green, who was like a biker dude. Yeah.
Wait, now, his friend Skeeter being green, was he supposed to be, like, black?
Okay, so dude, this is how into Doug was, dude. I've seen documentaries on Doug, or not documentaries, commentaries on Doug. Mm-hmm. So the creators of Doug deliberately made everybody different colors to drive home the fact that color doesn't matter, race doesn't matter, what color you are. We're all just people. Yeah, that's why
there were purple people.
I like that. Yep. Yeah. It was the rich friend, BB. She was the purple one. Mm-hmm. Patty Mayonnaise looks white, but she's actually orange, I'm pretty sure. Doug's the only guy. White. Yeah, Doug's white. So it's about a white kid.
His parents are white.
I can't. Oh man, I think his dad was white.
They said color doesn't matter, but the main guy has to be a white guy.
It's about a white guy trying to fit into society, okay? In the 90s, that was a tough thing.
Right.
I know I watched the hell out of that show, but I don't remember it as much as I remember the other cartoons. And I try to watch Doug when I'm older, and then it annoys me now. Like, his voice and Skeeter's voice annoy the shit out of me.
Skeeter annoyed the crap out of me. Yeah. I think the only one that held up for me was Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold is good. I will admit I haven't watched Doug recently. Because it's not on anywhere. It's not in syndication as far as I know anywhere. But I remember watching that a lot as a kid.
Yeah, me too.
But oh my God, Hey Arnold was so damn good. Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'd be pretty excited. So I guess the news is they've been showing up with this I guess it's like this cardboard cutout. It's called the Splat. That's what this station would be called. It's the Nickelodeon Splat. It says the Splat inside. Let's see, what cartoons did they have? That sounds kind of wrong
if you call it a channel the Splat.
Hey. It's all about the adult humor. It's all about the adult humor, eh? All Real Monsters, Ren and Stimpy, Hey Arnold, what's that? Keenan and Kel.
Oh man.
Yes.
Coolio has been spotted with the Splat sign.
Dang.
Yeah. Cool. You know Coolio ain't doing nothing.
You realize how old we're getting as Keenan and Kel? They're almost 40.
Holy shit.
Isn't Keenan? Keenan's on Saturday Night Live, isn't he?
Yeah, he's almost 40.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Did y'all hear there's that huge rumor that Kel was dead? And I believe that for years.
Yeah, I remember
the real thing.
Yeah.
And
he's
then
not, though. He's like a dancer or something.
And
he has his own show now, too, I thought. He's like not the star, but a recurring character, at least.
Yeah, he's on some new show. But then the only way I figured out that he wasn't dead was that they had pictures of his wedding, and he was drinking orange soda at his wedding.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
Awesome. That was perfect.
So have you tried watching...
Orange soda's good, though, man. I love orange soda.
Orange soda's good. Have you tried watching Keenan and Kel as an adult?
Yes, and it still holds up.
It still does hold up.
Yeah,
I agree.
Pretty funny.
I agree. iTunes had a few episodes for free download one time, and I took them all, and up until I upgraded my phone, they sat on my phone the entire time, never deleted them.
Nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So
I'll still randomly say that my name is Sharona to people, and if you watch the show, you'll understand. Like, what's your name? Sharona. And they start laughing like Keenan and Kel. I'm like, yeah, exactly.
we can be friends. That's fine.
Yeah.
Acceptable. So that was the rumor that this was going to be this TV station. Apparently, a Nickelodeon Australia spokesperson told BuzzFeed that the Splat is a new day part, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. that is launching next month in the U.S. So it's
10
not gonna.
p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah. So it's gonna.
Show.
It sounds like it's gonna be like Nick at Night Takeover.
Part 2.
It sounds like they're just gonna do away with Nick at Night.
That kind of makes sense because those shows. I mean, everyone that watched those shows is now an adult. So.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need to watch more Full House. I'm pretty caught up.
But I wish they would show those during the day where all the other kids are watching TV, because when my kids grow up, if I get kids, if I'm lucky to get kids, I'm gonna force them.
Am I the only one that didn't freeze?
No, I'm good too.
Sorry
I was trying not to talk. I was hoping he was gonna come back.
Okay.
I was talking and I was like, oh, it messed up again.
No, why is nobody moving?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have my kids. I'm gonna buy those DVDs or Blu-rays or whatever we have in the future, and
Holograms,
and have them watch the shows that I watched.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. So I have a son and he watches Power Rangers up the Kahoot. That kid can tell you. He can look at. I swear to God, he can look at any Ranger and tell you what series it's from.
Damn.
I'll pull out anything, man. Like those, like those toys on the fly, man. Who's that? Oh, that's the Silver Ranger. He's in Deluxe Mega Mode. That's from Super Mega Force. Who's that? Oh, that's Tommy the Green Ranger. He's from Mighty Morphin. Dude, he'll pull it out like that. It's insane. He's pretty quick.
and knowledge might come useful.
Yeah, one day. That and Batman, man. That's all I need him to know about. 90s Nick, I mean, yes, it's very crucial, but let's just say I already own Batman the Animated Series on DVD. Hey, did you know?
That's old school.
Yeah, dude. Did you know they have the entire Batman the Animated Series on Amazon Prime?
Do they?
Yeah. Fun fact of the day. Outside
Amazon
of
Prime, like to buy or to download?
So if you have Amazon Prime, you have access to Amazon Prime Video, and there's like a large selection of free videos they have, free movies, and they have a couple original shows too. They're trying to compete with Netflix, I guess.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks because I'd rather Netflix get all the animated series stuff.
It's true.
Nah, but what can you do?
But
I've got Amazon Prime, so it's whatever.
There you go.
Hopefully that just creates a good competition, and that they'll actually create really badass stuff like Netflix is doing. Because that's what we want is better content for us.
I don't have time for better content, man.
That's exactly what I was thinking as soon as I said it. I was like, there's barely enough time to watch even the Netflix stuff. I can't keep up on everything.
I am into this Amazon Prime show. It's called Hand of God.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Perlman's the main character. And let me preface this with, I hate Ron Perlman. I didn't watch Sons of Anarchy because Ron Perlman was who they kept marketing as the guy in it. And I was like, done. Apparently I missed out on a really good show, and it's way too late. I'll catch up on it one day, but that day's not today. Sons of Anarchy. But, so Ron Perlman's the lead in this show. And he's like not a corrupt judge, but a crooked judge. And his son tries to commit suicide. He's in a coma, and he thinks that God is talking to him through his son in a coma.
Dang.
Yeah, it sounds like kind of uplifting and really. It sounds uplifting, but it's actually really intense and really fucked up.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, dude, it is so good. Like, I'm not doing the story any justice here. I'm not going to set the entire thing up, but he is basically becoming a vigilante for God.
Damn.
Like, the God is telling him, you need to find who did this to me. And to do that, he, like, does some fucked up shit.
Those writers are all going to hell.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny. I tell people, dude, I'm super into this show, Hand of God. And they're like, really? And then I say it, they're like, oh. Or I get the other side of that, and they're like, Hand of God. I'm like, yeah, and I tell them, they're like, whoa, that sounds awesome. So it's either one or the other.
Yeah. No, I want to see that new series on Netflix about Pablo Escobar.
Oh,
Narcos. It was really, really good.
Yeah, I heard
yeah.
too.
That's all I've been seeing everywhere is stuff on that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll watch it after I finish Hand of God. I mean, hey.
I think if they're able to find like something where they stream all live sports.
All live sports?
Then, yeah, because that's the only reason I really have Ubers.
Oh, fair enough. Like how a Netflix subscription, but like for live sports.
Yeah, because I've got Netflix, I've got HBO Go because I've got Ubers. So if they do that for sports, then I don't need TV anymore. Just,
Yeah. Well,
I feel like TV is really dying. Like, that's not the. We're doing everyone's podcast.
Yeah. Have you seen Arrow though? Arrow's not dead, bro.
That's true. Okay.
I love Arrow.
But you can watch it on Hulu. You don't need TV.
There you go.
And they released the season 2 weeks before the new season comes out. They released the previous season on Netflix, so.
See?
I'm taken care of. I'm solid.
I still need to start watching Arrow. I haven't started yet.
Dude, you need to start. We need to do a review. It comes out October 2nd, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Dude,
I've got 2 weeks to watch 3 seasons? 4 seasons?
No, it's only... Oh, yeah, 3 seasons. It's 3. That's kind of a lot.
How many shows per season?
26.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Those are 30 minutes.
They're 40 minutes. 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
They're like 44 because it's... Yeah. Dude, and I'm telling you, just wiki most of the first season.
No, I'll sit down this weekend and I'll just watch it straight on Saturday.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's a fun ride. It's pretty good stuff. I think only the first 2 seasons are on Netflix. You get through season 2, you're like, all right.
Matthew McConaughey, all right.
That's exactly right. Yeah, yeah. All right, you guys ready to wrap up?
Sure.
Yep.
All right.
This was fun.
Yeah, it was great having you on, Joseph.
Thanks
Appreciate it, man.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad we could all get together today. We were supposed to get together yesterday, but we didn't.
I was sick.
My bad.
Yeah, you were sick. You were out shooting, and I was sitting here just like I am right now, texting everybody saying, hey, I'm about to send you the invite. Hey, I sent you the invite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bam.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened here. I'll tell you what happened.
All right, we'll end on an antidote from Philip, and this will be a perfect outro.
Not an antidote, anecdote.
Well, that's what I said. It's just the breakup.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, I swore off dating. I said I'm not dating anymore. Screw this. Right? So I went on a date yesterday because that's just how life goes.
Cool.
And I got food poisoning. So when you messaged me, I was asleep because I finally managed to settle my stomach enough to sleep, but I got up and threw up again, so I ended up sleeping in my bathroom last night.
Oh,
I threw up
rough,
6 times. Yeah.
God.
Sucked.
Dang.
I feel better now.
So the universe is telling you, stay the hell away from dating.
Yeah, I guess so, because, I don't know, she's cute though, she's nice. Nice girl. She's got to be willing to move to San Antonio or it's not going to work, you know.
Let's just say, why don't we just leave it at this? How about you just go with your gut?
Oh my, haha.
There we go. There we go.
It's not funny.
It was funny. It was funny. That's it. My wife's not as funny as I am.
That joke was lame, man. What are you talking about?
It was supposed to be lame. Come on. If there's one thing I do well, it's lame jokes.
Yeah. Well, you are a dad now, so.
Exactly. I gotta pull out my
Come with the
dad
territory.
jokes, you know.
Yeah.
It kind of happens. Wow.
That's okay. I'll be the cool single uncle that just brings cool gifts to your kids and
I'll live with that. I'm
sleaze
cool
the
with
women of the city for you.
it. Uncle Philip will pick you up in his sports car. That's too funny. All right, man.
Motorcycle.
There we go. I don't know. I'm not letting my kid get on a motorcycle with you.
Why not? I drive really slow when your kid's in the car with me.
Oh, that's true. Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe a quad. Maybe if you get a sidecar.
I'm not getting a sidecar.
All right.
That's like the minivan equivalent, man. Nope.
Minivan and motorcycles is a sidecar?
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
You have to be like a certain level of cool to be able to rock a sidecar. I'm not that cool.
You gotta be like a super ripped old guy who's never been to a gym though, with a handlebar mustache.
A super long beard.
Yep.
Like a ZZ Top type of beard.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not me.
No. Not yet.
I stopped at 4 tats. I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah, because every time I'm like, ooh, I want to get a tattoo, and I get it priced out, I'm like, that's $1,000. I could buy this for my car with a $1,000. So.
Yeah. You know how much groceries I can buy with $1,000?
I can buy a month's worth or 2 months worth.
I got mouths to feed, Joe. So, all right, guys, this has been fun.
It has.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's wrap up. We'll go. I'm Aaron.
Broseph.
I'm Philip, and I was eating dinner. That's why you didn't hear me today.
That's fine. I'll take that. You guys have a good night.